Hi everyone, part 2 of running around the world. This will be my 6th time around the world in 1 year. I left off in Iowa on our last trip and I flew back home to Bellingham just for a few days where I got a little bit of running in down by the water. It was absolutely fantastic, and before long I jumped on a plane and I was headed back to Frankfurt and then on to Kazakhstan.
Hey, so I just landed in Germany and my friend Michael and Tina, his girlfriend, came all the way from Vindic to visit me. 2 hours they drove, because I'm going to be in the airport for a couple hours, and they gave me the most incredible gift when I got off the plane. Are you ready for this? They gave me a fresh smoothie they made and brought it with them, man. Michael, you rock, dude. That is awesome.
And then from Frankfurt on to Astana, Kazakhstan, where I spent another 2 weeks there running through this city, and boy, did I zigzag and cross through every park and national monument. It was absolutely awesome. This is the Opera Hall right here, and I actually went to an opera there. It was fantastic, unbelievable, and the weather was great. I didn't have to dress too warm. I just got to run every morning as the sun was coming up. It was really spectacular, because normally when I'm running in Astana, it's very, very cold, but this time it was perfect, and I just had a great time. And so many beautiful things to see in Astana. It's absolutely one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been in. It's the capital of the country, and it's just got a lot of beautiful architecture everywhere you go. That's the presidential palace. Every morning I went by there, and this is the symphony hall here, and I waved to the president. I don't think he really cared. There he is right there. I give him a little wave in there. Say, hey, I'm running by your place again. Security guards looked at me a little strange, but hey, what the heck? You gotta have some fun when you're running. And then right down the center of the financial area and business area of the capital of Astana, and then over to my hotel.
Astana in Kazakhstan. Beautiful room, incidentally, just stunning, right? But this is what I call cool. An entire fruit basket of all delicious fruits, because I'm about taking care of myself. Welcome to Kazakhstan.
So Aiden, the president of BI Group, is actually training for an Ironman along with some of his executive team. And every morning they get up and run, and one morning he had 500 people of his employees get up and run. Can you imagine who could pull that off? That is just awesome. And I ran with him. This was about a half marathon we were running in the morning. And here's Aiden right there. He is a stud, man. He's amazing what he can do. He blew way by me. I just ran by him for the camera here for a second. He was much faster than I was, but you can see how beautiful Astana is. And then from Astana on to Almaty. Now Almaty is a beautiful, beautiful city, set right below the mountains. You've seen some of the pictures I've had here. And then from Almaty on to Nagoya, where I did another 1-week tour of Japan with the YPO WPO group. And I ran every morning and through the fish markets. It was just incredible, the things I saw. Japan's a great place to run, very, very clean. Great architecture as well, a lot of interesting things to see. And of course, I took it all in as I was running every morning through the streets of Nagoya, just staying in perfect physical fitness. It was just awesome to be able to do this and incorporate both making a movie, seeing interesting things, and keeping myself in top physical shape. You know, everything I talk about all the time is about lean manufacturing and the Toyota production system. When you go to Japan and you see this highly coordinated society where things are just dialed in at the highest level, it's very, very inspiring. You know, you've got 25 million people in Tokyo and it's immaculate. Next stop, Seoul, Korea for a couple days. I did a little bit of running there. It was a very beautiful place. Weather was quite warm, but I had a great time there as well. And then after Seoul, Korea, on to New York, where I had an interview with John Stossel for a documentary he's doing on why the press doesn't report on all the good things that are going on. Of course, when I got into New York, I had to run in Times Square, which is one of the most epic and well-known places in the world. Everybody knows Times Square. Well, I had to run down through Times Square, and it was very, very interesting. Then the next morning, I woke up and had an interview with John Stossel, which went really, really well. What an amazing guy. You know, he's quite old, and he looks very young. He looks younger than I did, and I think he's like 20 years my senior. But it was a great time running through Times Square and just seeing all the cool New York sights as I travel around the world for the 6th time. Then a quick time lapse in Grand Central Station, and I got on the plane and time to finally go home to Bellingham, Washington. Hopefully you enjoyed running around the world Part 2. And as always, stay tuned for my next adventure. I'm leaving for Kazakhstan in a couple days, and it will be epic. And of course, to be released about August 1st, my new book, Lean Travel. Look for that.